Hi everyone, welcome to Black Cat ASMR. So since this is my first video, I figured I would keep things pretty simple, and I'm just going to be going through the latest Knit Picks catalog today. So disclaimer, I do not actually knit, but I do crochet. I've been doing so for several years now. And so I have ordered from Knit Picks before, and I really like their yarn. I haven't actually finished a project that I have started with it because, you know, ADHD. Um, but I have worked with it and I really enjoy it. So today I'm just going to be, like I said, going through the latest catalog, which I'm not sure if you can see that, but is the November catalog. I have not received December yet. I'm sure it's on its way. So the first thing I just absolutely love, it's probably my favorite part of these catalogs, is the cover. And you know, the cover kind of has to stand out, right? But each month they have a different color theme that they go with, and they style the entire cover around that color. And so for the month of November, as you can see, it was black, which, if you can't tell from my channel title and my outfit, is one of my favorite colors. So you can see we have just all kinds of different weights, different textures of yarn. We have more medium weight, more finely spun, like lightweight yarn, just all kinds of different textures going on, all pulled together by the same like color theme. And so I really like that. We even have a cute little pumpkin candle right there in the middle, that is also black. I bet it smells great. Okay, so let's get into the actual catalog. So the first, I've been the page back there a little bit. There we go. The first yarn in this catalog is called Elixir. Elixir. It says Elixir's vibrantly dyed merino and alpaca are blended with black linen, again, color black. We love it. To create this unique fingering weight heather. Fingering weight heather. Knit up, it creates a lightweight, airy fabric that is surprisingly substantial and cozy when warm. Elixir is well suited for shawls and other accessories. Lace projects can be extensively stretched while blocking to create gorgeous open work, and the sturdy linen content in the fiber blend adds strength to delicate looking projects. So as we can see, it, like it says in the description, it is a fingering weight yarn, 45% alpaca, 35% merino, and 20% linen. So this is an all-natural yarn. That is what I like to work with the most. I do not exclusively work in natural fibers. That would be very cost prohibitive and not super practical, since I have two toddlers and you do not want to make a whole lot of projects for children with wool yarn that is not the most washable or adorable thing in the world. So anyway, moving on. Then on the reverse, we can see some of the different colorways that they offer in Elixir. So lovely, lovely, lovely colors. I think this one is probably my favorite. This nice burgundy color. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that's what our model right here is showing off in this project, the Pearl Thief. It's a lovely shawl, knit in Elixir yarn. Moving on. So our next yarn is this upcycled alpaca blend. It says when our mills spin our yarn, a little bit is left over from each batch. Knit Picks upcycle yarns are made by blending these small batches of high quality fibers together so they don't go to waste. So I love that. I absolutely love that. It's like, it just makes the whole thing just that little bit more sustainable, which I love to see. So these upcycled alpaca blend yarns are available in sport and worsted weight or medium weight. They're 33% alpaca, 34% wool, and 33% acrylic. Let me just open this back up so we can see all the different colorways that they offer. So these yarns are available in more muted colors, more earthy tones. It makes it all just seem very like natural and just very light and airy, and just, it's nice. Also on this page we have the upcycled Surrey alpaca. So basically same thing. It's upcycled from the different yarns in each of their batches. It's a wonderfully versatile weight yarn that gets its flexible gauge from the brushed fibers that create a soft halo. This you can work it up alone or carry it along with another yarn for a unique effect. If I was using it, I would probably carry it along with another yarn just because I'm paranoid, and I would be paranoid that if I used it alone it would like unravel. I would carry it along with another yarn just to give it a little more stability, because you can see it does have that very soft halo, but I would just be afraid of it not holding up super well if it was by itself. So but I think it could be really, really pretty alongside another yarn. On the next page we have their Simply yarns, which are described as naturally gorgeous, and again you can see they're available in a lot of like natural colors, because they are made with 100% natural fleeces with no dyes or bleaches. So the color that you see here is the color that the yarn actually is, without any dyes or anything. Let's see, it says each shade is made by meticulously sorting the fiber, which allows the natural beauty of these fibers to shine in every project. It's available in Aran weight and heavy worsted. 100% superfine alpaca yarn. And then on the sides of most of the pages we have various knitting projects that can be made with each of these types of yarns. I'm going to be honest, I don't usually pay too close attention to them because, like I said, I do not knit. So I have no idea how to even go about reading knitting patterns. If they were crocheted, we'd be in business. This is the yarn I was most excited about when I first got this catalog. It is their new High Desert collection. High Desert. This is our first 100% American grown and spun yarn with wool from Shaniko Wool Company. So the reason I'm excited about this high desert yarn is because while it is farmed in the American West, it's processed in South Carolina, which, without giving too much away about my location, is where I actually live. So that's pretty exciting for me. Dyed and milled in North Carolina and shipped to their warehouse in Ohio. And growing up, I actually did have family in Ohio, and I myself grew up in North Carolina, so it all feels kind of more personal to me than a lot of yarns do. I don't know if that's silly or but anyway, it's the little things, you know. And so here we can see a little bit of it's kind of like a flow chart of the process of this yarn. Like I said, wool is grown in the American West, then processed, cleaned, prepared for shipping in South Carolina. Prepared for spinning. I was wondering what they meant by prepared for shipping. Like it's already been shipped from the West. No, prepared for spinning. That makes more sense. And then the spinning and the dyeing is done in North Carolina before it goes to the warehouse in Ohio. And after that, it goes to the customer. I have not bought any of this high desert yarn yet, just because I have quite a stash that I'm trying to work through already. But next time I need yarn, this is definitely on the short list of yarns that I want to buy. Let me spread that out again. Here are the colors that High Desert is available in. Again, my favorite is probably this one. I don't know how well that shows up, but this one, that like dark burgundy color, it's probably the only color I like more than black. It's also available. Oh, you know what? I'll just read off the names of all the different colors. First we have Dusk. Nice, lovely dark purple. It's gorgeous. And after that we have Campion, this more brightly colored, like almost a fuchsia, not quite fuchsia, almost. And then my favorite is actually called Sugar Beet Heather. Sugar Beet Heather. And then after that we have this orange Painted Hills. I don't typically go for orange yarn, but that is a pretty shade. It's just, I'm not sure what exactly I would make with it, because like I said, I don't usually go for orange. After Painted Hills we have Chanterelle, this beautiful, like almost mustard yellow. Beautiful. I would totally make like a hat or a scarf out of that. Unfold. After Chanterelle we have, lost my place, Rabbit Brush is this lighter yellow right here, followed by Birch, which I absolutely love because you look at it and it does look like a birch tree. Again, I would probably make a scarf out of that one, and it would be so pretty. After Birch we have Alder. It's like kind of beige. Chaps Heather. Love a heathered yarn. And finally, Blacksmith Heather. Very dark gray on the end. So all of these are just absolutely gorgeous, and you can see above the yarns the like different plants, and just like different like plants found in America that inspired the different colorways. I'm not sure what all of them are. I'm terrible at plant identification. And here are just some knitting patterns that people have made with the High Desert yarn. Just kind of an inspiration page for those of us who do knit. Moving on, this page, build your own value pack. So save 20% off your personalized value pack. Add 10 or more skeins from one of the featured yarn lines to your cart and enter the promo code MyValuePack at checkout and save. So the different yarn lines that are available for that deal are Brava, High Desert, which we just looked at, Twill, Wool of the Andes, one of their more popular yarn lines, and that's the one I actually have ordered from them before. And like I said, ADHD, I haven't finished a project using it, but I have started one and I really like how it's going so far. We also have Swish, 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 Swish. That's fun to say. Wool of the Andes Superwash. Actually, I think that's the one I ordered from them because it's the one that's washable. Which, like I said, with 2 toddlers, you need something that's washable. Then we have Stroll and Palette, the different yarn lines that are available for that deal. And again, some knitting patterns that you can make with some of those different yarns. This one is knit in High Desert worsted. Then we have Wool of the Andes worsted. Made this little shawl with this capelet. Again, Wool of the Andes in sport. This one was knit in Twill. Wool of the Andes tweed for that scarf. It looks so warm. Riverfall pullover knit in Wool of the Andes worsted. And finally, we have the Harley pullover knit in Swish DK. Now we have some of their super bulky yarns. I have to admit, I don't crochet a whole lot in bulky. I mostly stick to like lightweight or worsted, but some of these are just beautiful. Like again with the dark like pink and burgundy. I love it. I can't stay away. So on this page we have the Mighty Stitch super bulky yarn, the Array, and Tough Puff. Tough Puff. Love that name. So the Mighty Stitch is 80% acrylic and 20% superwash wool, super bulky. The Array is 100% merino wool, also super bulky. And the Tough Puff is 100% wool, and it is also super bulky. See a bunch of the different colorways available in Array, and this is actually like a pack, a value pack that they have, and so you could order that and get just all of those. And again, just some knitting patterns that you can make with these super bulky ones. That is absolutely adorable. I would totally make that for my kids, but I know the hat would not stay on their heads for more than 2 seconds. We have a few more yarns on this page, which are all featured in the Build Your Own Fabric Pack. We have Brava, which is a 100% premium acrylic yarn. Swish, which is 100% superwash merino wool. It's a DK weight. It's also available in worsted and bulky. We have the Wool of the Andes Superwash, which, like I said, I have ordered from them before. 100% superwash merino wool. Then we have Heatherly. 80% acrylic and 20% merino wool. I just love all the different colored yarns featured on this page. All the blues and browns and yellows. They just go so well together. I love how it looks. Some more patterns on the opposite page. Again with the little baby, little toddler. That almost makes me wish that I knit instead of crocheted, but I'm sure I can come up with, you can find a crochet pattern for a little toddler sweater, because that is just adorable. Look at that. And then I think we may never. On this page we have some like holiday knitting patterns. We have a precious little reindeer with a wreath around his neck, or a moose. It's called juniper moose, but also kind of looks like a reindeer. It's adorable. Knit in Brava bulky yarn. And then we have this beautiful blanket, this beautiful Afghan with the little log cabins and the bears on it. Beautiful. Another one of those patterns that almost makes me wish that I knew how to knit. I have tried, by the way, I did try to teach myself how to knit one time, but I just got immensely frustrated with it because it wasn't working up as fast as I'm used to crochet projects working up. Probably because I'm not experienced in knitting, but I decided I would rather just go back to what I knew. Maybe someday I'll take it up again. I have to mention this little spider web. I know Halloween is over already, but look at that. That's so cute. And on the opposite side we have these little coffee cup cozies. Very cute. This buffalo plaid throw. There's a few more Christmas projects. Okay. And then we have our luxury yarns, including Galileo, which is 50% merino wool and 50% viscose from bamboo. I love bamboo yarn. It's so a little hard to work with, but it's so like silky and soft. I love it. And then we have Gloss, which is 70% merino, 30% silk. It's a lace weight yarn. It sounds very luxurious. Alpaca Cloud, which is a fingering weight yarn, 100% super fine alpaca. And we have Capretta. 80% fine superwash merino wool, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous mustard yellows, burgundies. I know I keep talking about the burgundies. I just really can't get enough of it. And then on the opposite page, we have the City Tweed. It's 50% merino wool, 25% superfine alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed. You see that right there. Right there, the little tweed yarns. And there's a scarf pattern made using the tweed. Let's see. The Country Crossroads scarf. It's very pretty. Oh, we have something I wish I could afford. Hand painted tweed. Oh, I cannot get enough of hand painted yarn. Look how gorgeous that is. Look, just take a moment to look at how beautiful that is. So, Journey Tweed's luxurious blend of superfine alpaca, merino wool, and silk is soft against the skin, making it perfect for shawls and scarves. From lace projects to garments, this yarn will take your senses on a visual journey. Is 35% superfine alpaca, 35% merino wool, 15% tussa silk, and 15% Donegal. Different colors available in this absolutely gorgeous yarn. We have Cenote, Chateau, Mauna Loa, I hope I said that right, Safari, The Circus, and Coral Reef. I think out of all those, my favorite would have to be either Circus or Coral Reef. It's really hard for me to choose between those two. And there you can see that's how it looks when it knits up. So let's see. I think seeing them worked up, my favorite would probably have to be this one right here, the bottom one. Or maybe this middle one. I know I said I don't use a whole lot of oranges, but that one might be the exception. On the next page we have some scrappy home projects for partial skins. Just some things you can make if you have just a little bit of yarn here or there laying around. I think my favorite one would have to be these scrunchies. We have some on the opposite page too, some hats that you can make with partial skeins of yarn. Or just by like mixing and matching some partial skeins. Some cowls that you can do the same thing with, like mix and match some partial skeins that you have lying around. I love this one with the hearts on it, the half and half cowl. I love that little heart pattern. Mittens. Just mittens. I like this wave pattern right here. I think we're getting to the end of the actual yarns themselves. So right now on this page we have some like knitting tools. It says tools to treat yourself. Definitely my favorite out of all of these is the Yarn Swift. I would love to get one of these someday. Not yet, but someday. I would definitely like this one. The Onyx yarn spindle. Very helpful for keeping your yarn from just going all over the floor, all over the place when you are trying to work on a project. Along the same lines with these yarn bowls. I've seen these a lot. I've even seen them like in Michael's. I haven't quite bit the bullet on getting one yet, but someday I think I probably will. Right now my kids are at an age where they would probably just take the yarn out of the bowl anyway, which would kind of defeat the purpose of the bowl. Maybe when they're a little bit older. Next page, this ball winder, this sock blocker. I have not tried to crochet any socks yet. I am not I'm kind of scared to make socks, actually. I'm like sure that I would make them either way too tight or way too loose and just get really frustrated about it. But if you do want to make socks, Knit Picks has this sock blocker available along with a mitten blocker. Let's see. And then we just have advertising some sales and stuff. Oh, I do want to talk about this page though, the red with the blue. Just how pretty is that? How pretty are those colors together? Moving on. We are getting close to the end now. We have some Knit Pick books. They sell lots of like books of knitting patterns. So these ones are all Knit Picks exclusives under $5. There's all kinds of different categories. We have a book full of sock patterns, mittens, mighty mittens. Some Learn to Knit books. I'm not quite ready to check those out yet, but like I said, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll pick knitting back up. On the other page, we have Knit Picks exclusives under $10. So, you see just various different books full of knitting patterns. Okay. Then this is fun. Stylish storage for like knitting needles and such. So whether you're heading to your weekly knit night, or on a long road trip, these accessories will keep you crafting in style. You'll be able to store a complete set of interchangeable needle tips in this sophisticated go anywhere clutch, as well as small accessories and cables in any of its 3 pockets. When you're ready to stow your needles away, simply snap it shut with its magnetic closure. And you can see it's available in a few different colors. There's this like taupe, like beige color, gray, and red. Next page, just more storage options for your yarn, for your needles, just all your knitting accessories. And as you can see, they have different colors available for those storage sets as well. They have this lovely like blush pink color. Oh, we got quartz. It's also available in raisin, cloud, and carrot. pages left now. And it looks like it's going to be needles from here on out. 19 needles. We have the interchangeable circular knitting needles. I do apologize because I do not know the difference between different knitting needles, but I do know that these are absolutely beautiful. These wooden needles. I have a wooden crochet hook that I got at a Renaissance festival a couple of years ago, and I really love working with it. And I would love to get a few more, like in different colors, like this. The one I have is kind of similar to this red and purple and orange one in the middle, but it's a little more toned down. So I'm a sucker for wooden crochet hooks and wooden knitting needles, even though I don't use them. So the interchangeable circular ones, and then the next page we have our straight needles, which are the ones that I am most familiar with. So great for scarves, dishcloths, and baby blankets. Sometimes all you need is a classic. These needles feature the same modern construction as our circulars, lightweight and strong laminated birch, with sharp points, a burnished surface, and waves of color. Perfect for flat knitting, including scarves, kitchen cloths, small blankets, or pieced sweaters. And we have the fixed circular needles. They're great for fine weight projects. Consists of 2 needle tips and a flexible cable permanently joined together. Interchangeable needle tips can be made only so small, so fixing the needles directly to the cables is necessary for smaller needle tips. For fine weight projects, a fixed circular needle is just what you need. We have some more interchangeable needles. Great for sweaters, hats, scarves, and afghans. Interchangeable needles feature detachable needle tips that secure to cables, forming a circular needle. You mix and match any size tip with any cable length easily, creating the perfect circular needle for almost every project. You'll always have just the right needle size and cable length. I do apologize. I was not holding it up to the screen mirror. That's what it says. We have the 4 square needles. It says it's great for sleeves, hats, and cows. 4 square needles. Take the same laminated birch as the rest of our needles and square it. Smooth, flat sides fit perfectly against your fingers, and gently rounded corners offer a comfortable, secure grip. I just love this purple color that they have featured for the 4 square needles. A lot more vibrant in person, but it's just gorgeous purples and blues. Available in laminated birch majestic colorway. Majestic. And a full range of interchangeable fixed, circular, and cable needles. Then finally we have the short interchangeable needles. This is good for sleeves, hats, and cows as well. Lovingly referred to as shorties. These are exactly like interchangeable needles, but shorter. Makes sense. Featuring the same laminated birch or slick nickel and smooth joins, the tips measure just 2 3/4 inches. 2 3/4 inches. Is available in nickel and multiple laminated birch wood colorway sets. Also sold individually. So fun. So fun, the double pointed needles with sharp tapered points at both ends. Double pointed needles work best in tight spaces that circulars find awkward, like the ever decreasing crowns of a hat or the tiny fingers of a glove. So it says it's great for socks, hats, sleeves, gloves, and mittens. And finally, last page of the catalog, we have our sock tools. Things like steeking scissors. I have to admit, I'm not sure what steeking means. Very sharp, small scissors. Premium knitting chart keeper. Mini tool set. A socks rule tool for measuring socks. Sock blockers, again, like we saw on a previous page. And finally, suede 2-piece slipper bottoms. And with that, we are done. That is the entire Knit Picks catalog for the month of November 2022. Thank you to anyone who actually watched all the way to the end. I'm excited to try and do more ASMR in the future. I am excited to do more ASMR in the future. Like I've said several times during this video, I crochet and I watch a lot of ASMR while I'm crocheting. Also to try and help me like get to sleep and everything. So I'm excited to try making it for myself. So with that being said, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.